When you have joy at home, when you have joy inside, it don't matter much what's going on out here.
Impatience
is another word, is another faith killer. Impatience. I've got to know who I am. The first thing that I have to know is that I am a unique demonstration and representation of the chief architect and creator of the universe.
Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Top 10, I got a top 10. Got my motivation high for my top 10. Gotta learn from the wise women and men. All my life, like 9 and 9. For my top 10, top 10, 9 and 9. This one's for my top 10.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because chances are you are the most ambitious person in your circle, but you know you're capable of more. And you get that push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Iyanla Vanzant, and my take on her top 10 rules for success. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Know who you are.
I've got to know who I am. The first thing that I have to know is that I am a unique demonstration and representation of the chief architect and creator of the universe. All that God is, I am. I have to know that. I have to know that. Otherwise, I'll continue to believe in separation.
Rule number 2, try new things.
Spiritual code of conduct says, do not stay where you don't want to be because you've convinced yourself that you ain't got nowhere else to go. Don't leave me out here by myself. All y'all on them jobs you hate. On a job you hate. Hate it so much you can't even be grateful that it's feeding you. Hate it so much you can't even be grateful that because of it you got a roof over your head. Somebody talk to me. You hate it so much till you go there every day complaining and you're meaner than a wet damn cat. You're so mad that when you get your paycheck, you waste your money. Somebody talk to me over here. Because I think somebody right up in here might need this message. Don't put your face ugly with me if I'm stepping on your toes now. I'm loving on you, beloved. Yeah. Don't stay where you don't want to be. Do your practice, get your vision, ask for what you want, and be willing to do something new. That's what the spiritual code of conduct say.
Rule number 3, pursue joy.
I never really aspired to happy because happy is usually determined by external factors. I go for the joy. Because when you have joy at home, when you have joy inside, it don't matter much what's going on out here. You understand? You got your joy. And you can come home to your joy no matter what is going on in the world. Far too many of us have our happiness, our peace, our joy, our value, our worth hooked into some external stimulation. And then we wonder why we're stressed out and overweight and can't sleep. I learned a very powerful lesson last year. I've never been sick a day in my life. Not ever. I've never had a cold. And I don't get the flu shot. I do my wheatgrass. I do my prayer. I do my 40 days of fasting, fruit and vegetables, once a year, from the 1st of January to the middle of February. I do my things that my spirit tells me to do. So I went to Jamaica last June to speak, and there I just became deathly ill. I didn't even know I was ill because I had never been ill. I thought I had food poisoning. So I would go and vomit and come back, try to speak to the people and go throw up some more. And then I said, well, the people is waiting. I'm 20 minutes late. Oh, Lord, bring the bucket and put it on the stage. So busy living up to the external. Didn't take time to check with the internal. So I got the bucket on the stage in case I have an accident. Like somebody would really pay to come see that. Do you think about what we think about sometimes? Anyway, so I'm there on the stage, deathly, deathly ill. And finally, I said to the people, just like I told you all about my lipstick on my shirt, I said, I got to confess something. I'm here telling y'all how to take care of yourself, and I am sick as a dog. I tell you what, I'm going home. I'm going somewhere and lay down. Hopefully this is food poisoning, and if I'm not dead tomorrow, I'll come back.
Rule number 4, take accountability.
How did you learn to fix your own life and learn to trust when everybody in your life, particularly in your family, had let you down?
I started paying attention. I started taking copious notes to my own behavior because I had a choice. I could either blame them and be upset with all of them, all of whom were dead.
Pointless.
Or become accountable and responsible. They taught me to do the wrong things, but I voluntarily continued to do it. If I'm continuing to do the things that they taught me, and my spirit is saying, that ain't right. That's not right. You know better.
You know
Don't do
better.
that. You know better. So I had to start paying close attention to what I was doing based on what I had been taught.
Also, if you want to have more self-confidence and self-belief, I've designed a special free training to help you get it, where every day for the next 254 days, I will send you a link to an unlisted video to your email to every day shift your confidence and self-belief forward. The science says it can take up to 254 days of consecutive action to make a habit stick. And I want you to get the habit of self-confidence and self-belief. The link to join absolutely for free is in the description below.
We need to stop whining about what isn't happening.
So it's not selfish to put yourself first.
No, it's self-full.
It's self-full.
It's self-full to be first, to be as good as possible to you, to take care of you.
But if you don't love what you're doing, run for your life.
Rule number 5, think differently.
We don't have control of our minds. We're hypnotized, anesthetized, and desensitized. So get over it. I want us to start thinking about what we think about consciously. And I give you a promise, a process to eliminate the things you're thinking about that you don't want to think about no more.
Give us a little taste.
Like somebody, you still mad because Boo-Boo left you back in 56.
1956?
1956.
That's a long time to hold on to something. Yeah,
but you know how many of us, oh Lord.
Come on. We got time.
I have to put it in this context, beloved, because I don't want people to think it's shallow. Your great-great-grandmother, that's great. I'm a great. But just in my time, a great-great-grandmother didn't get to choose all the time the man she wanted because she was the masses woman. Just a great. She didn't get to choose who she slept with. She didn't even sometimes get to choose to keep her darn babies. We go to the bar and pick up Boo-Boo the fool, bring him home the same night and give him a key and then get upset when he leave. I can't take it. I can't take it. So we got to start thinking different and really understand the sacrifice that we come from, the legacy that we come from, not feel bad about it, not just be mad about it, but understand where we are. And then as Dr. Daim Akbar says, elevate the history so that we can use the lessons in our lives today.
Rule number 6, be patient.
Impatience
is another faith killer. Impatience, takes 9 months to have a baby, and so it may happen in 8.5 months. It may take 9 months and 2 weeks, but you can't have a baby when you're only 3 months pregnant. You just can't have it. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
So impatience is another trust issue where we're saying, we can't see it, so we don't know what's happening, what's going on. And, impatience is the abortionist because impatience will lead you to do things that will abort the dream, abort the vision, abort whatever it is. Because if you cut the womb open while the baby's developing, you're going to abort. So impatience is the abortionist of good things.
Rule number 7, ask for help.
Do not act like you know when you don't know. And do not act like you don't know when you do know. Some of y'all know you out of order as hell. And you acting like, moi? Some of you know you don't need to be out there buying another piece of fried nothing in that marketplace. You know right now your sugar high as hell. Sneaking around the little pole trying to eat up that little piece of praline. Put that thing down. Don't act like you don't know when you know. And don't act like you do know when you don't know. You know, one of the beauties of me of Fix My Life is people have become willing to ask for help. We don't know. So many of us just don't know. We don't know how to do this. We don't know how to be successful. When they called me and told me that they wanted my product on HSN, they told me I needed a Dun & Bradstreet number. I almost peed on myself. What the hell? The Dun and Hootie Wah? That's something the white people do. I don't know nothing about that. I read about that in the one Wall Street Journal that I read 15 years ago. But when you are growing and living beyond the places that are familiar, you got to be willing to do stuff that scares you. And that's when you're going to have to rely on your connection to something bigger, greater, and grander than you. Ask for help. Do not be so willing to buy real estate in what is comfortable and familiar in your own mind. As much as I've done and grown and healed, there's still things that I need to learn. And if I need to learn it, we all need to learn it because we're all just one. Don't act like you know when you don't know. Ask for the help that you need. And don't act like you do know that you don't know when you do know, because you're convincing yourself that you can't be trusted. Trust what you know. You knew when you met Boo Boo. You know he was crazy as hell. You saw the crazy right round the edge. And you said, but he cute. Don't excuse crazy. You just should have crossed the street. I told you that 23 years ago. When you see crazy coming, cross the street.
Rule number 8, learn to trust others.
Why do we have to learn to trust others?
Because everybody is a representation of God. How can I not trust? See, here's the thing. Human beings are crazy as hell. They live messy lives. But they give you an opportunity to grow something bigger and better in you, even if that something is a no.
Even if
that something is a no.
Even if it's a no.
Yeah. No, you're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to have that. No, you will not treat me like that. You know? So trusting humans is important because they give you an opportunity to grow that something you need, gives them an opportunity to learn.
Rule number 9, have a clear vision.
How have you found a way to align yourself with the seasons of your life instead of acting as if every single day is output, output, output?
Impregnate yourself with the vision and the intention first.
Mm-hmm.
I made that mistake. I got all caught up in, I got to do 30 cities. And we got to do the marketing and we got to do this. And like out on the West Coast, the tickets weren't selling and everything. And I was like in freak out mode. And I thought it was because Phoenix had a lot of white people. They didn't want to come see me. So I was writing a good speech for the white people to come here as if the white people knew I was writing a speech and they didn't know. And then, I got convicted in my spirit and I hadn't sat down. I hadn't created the vision. I I hadn't created the intention. I was focused on selling tickets and not delivering the message. So I had to correct myself. So I would say to all young women, whoever you are, because, you know, giving life, bringing forth life, whether you have children or not is not the issue. The issue is that we bring forth lives. So before you do anything, sit down and get the vision. Impregnate yourself with the vision. And then impregnate yourself with the intention. I'm not on tour at my age because I need to make money or sell tickets. I'm on tour at my old ass age because and I didn't realize how old I was till I got to city number 3 and I was like, okay. Oh my God. In 99, you know, I did 26 cities like this, but that was a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm on tour to speak into people's souls, not through the TV screen. I have a message that I have received from the ancestors and the Holy Spirit, and to speak it into their soul.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is forgive on all levels.
What I discovered is the reason many of us don't experience the full benefit of forgiveness is because we do it begrudgingly, we do it out of force, and we do it on one level, in the mind. But in order for forgiveness to truly anchor in your body and free up your energy, you've got to forgive the thought, the feeling, the belief, and the action. Got to forgive on all levels. And most of us are just forgiven intellectually.
Now I've got a very special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I want to know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week? When you get motivated, inspired, you have a 35% chance of following through. But when you get motivated, inspired, and you create a plan of action, you have a over 90% chance of following through. And when you share it with other people, it jumps to 95% chance. Your likelihood of following through. And so I want that to be you from this video. We don't just watch videos here, Believe Nation. We do something. We take action. So I want to know your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week. Leave it down in the comments below because I want to celebrate you.
Do not allow things and people to diminish your light. Do not hold on to things and people that diminish your light. Do not hold on to things and people and beliefs and ideas and pathologies and traditions that diminish your light. Everything you hold on to has to up-level you. Everything. Listen, now let me just say this. Excuse me, elders. Forgive me for what I'm about to say. Not right. Now, if you got you a little sex toy, whether it's living or mechanical, you don't have to let that go. You don't have to let that go. Because it's going to upload your wattage. Make you happy. Long as it don't belong to nobody else. Do not share sex toys with other people. Oh, everything don't have to be holy and spiritual, Missy. If your sex toy ups your wattage, hold on to it. Don't let it go. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about holding on to anger and shame and guilt and lies people told you about yourself that you believe. I'm talking about holding on to unforgiveness. I'm talking about holding on to upset. I'm talking about not forgiving your mama and your daddy and your baby daddy and your baby mama and the teacher and the lady that crossed her eyes as you crossed the bank window That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I'm talking about holding on to it coulda and it shoulda and why they didn't and why she did. I'm talking about holding on to that kind of stuff. And sometimes you don't even know that you're holding on to it. It's in your energy. It's in your subconscious mind. It's in places that you can't even get to. That's why you got to pray. That's why you got to call in the light. That's why you got to call in the energy. That's why you have to have a relationship with something bigger, greater, and grander than you. I'm talking about holding on to the lies we have been taught about ourselves and a system in a country that continues to diminish, deny, and throw away our genius unless it is beneficial to them. Y'all better get clear up in here.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.